Yeah, Hal, this is a case that goes back 5 years. Ms. Phillips filed an appeal when she was unhappy with the disciplinary decision to demote the 2 officers who spied on her in a Lethbridge diner back in April of 2017. One of the officers took surreptitious photographs of her dining and then posted them to social media. At the time, Phillips had been the province's environment minister under an NDP government, and the officers were allegedly unhappy with her decision to ban off-road vehicles in the Castle area of the southern Alberta Rocky Mountains. Sergeant Jason Carrier and Constable Keon Warrenick faced disciplinary hearings in 2020 and received demotions for the span of 2 years. But Phillips wasn't happy with that decision, arguing that the penalty was outside of presiding officer Paul Manuel's jurisdiction and that his penalty decision was unreasonable as it was reached on the basis of joint submissions by the 2 officers, that it did not provide an explanation for the withdrawal of disciplinary charges, that it failed to consider the Charter and Criminal Code, and failed to recognize her status as a cabinet minister. The board, however, dismissed the appeal, determining that Phillips did not establish that the disciplinary process was tainted, flawed, grossly inadequate, or unreasonable. I spoke with Lethbridge Police Association President Jay McMillan about the decision, and here's what he had to say.
We thought that this was done. We thought that this was concluded after the disciplinary decision in July 2020. But she made application for an appeal based on 15 points of contention. And it's nice now, as a result of the LERB hearing, to know that those 15 points of contention were essentially dismissed as being without merit. All 15, I should add. You know, among the points that were raised included the notion that the presiding officer's decision was unfair or unreasonable, that 3 different police services conducted inappropriate or inadequate investigations. I think to have those refuted by the Law Enforcement Review Board is appropriate. I think it's a bit validating, not necessarily of our officers or of any misconduct that did occur, but certainly a validation of the process and that there's some integrity in it.
We also reached out to MLA Phillips's office, but have not heard back from her prior to our broadcast. Hal?